Well, for me, the beginnings of, in Old Sacramento starts right here. As a student in college, I was given an opportunity to participate in a project to shore up this building, which had been burned in a fire, to save it from being demolished under the order of the city building inspector. It was a Saturday morning. I came over and parked across the street here and got out of the car. And behind me, in what's now a vacant lot, was a 4-story building. And out of that building ran 2 people, a really big fellow and a really small guy. And they came out here in the center of the street, and they were in a very, very serious argument. And they were circling each other. The little guy was yelling and screaming at the big guy. Big guy had a knife. And they had, kind of a serious confrontation. Finally, the big guy put away his knife and turned to start to walk up the street. And the little guy ran over here to this building and picked up a piece of pipe. And he ran back to the big guy who was walking away, and he hit him right smack over the head, which was probably not more than 25 feet away from me at the time. And the big guy went down like a ton of bricks. Then the little guy dropped the pipe and started jumping up and down on the big guy. About that moment, a police car came around the corner from Front Street who had been assigned to take care of us because this was kind of a tough area, no kidding. And they came up and got involved in an investigation, and they found out that the big guy and the little guy, one was a customer, the other was a pimp, and there was a house of prostitution going on in this building. And there was some kind of an argument going on that caused this confrontation. Ultimately, the police decided that this was not a good situation, that perhaps the big guy was going to die. They went in the police car, grabbed the little guy, pulled him out and shook him up a little bit, got the big guy and hung him over him and sent him up the alley. You know, as soon as the guy was out of sight, he dumped the fella. Definitely, he did die. And that was my introduction to Old Sacramento.